Volete omnes. We're in our third section, final section of the story for chapter 13. Starting here at hora nona est. It is the ninth hour. Now this is out of the 12 hours of the day, so this is middle of the afternoon. Aemilia apud filium agrum sedet. Aemilia sits with her sick son, Quintus of course. Cubiculum luce solis illustrator. The bedroom is illuminated or lit up, illustrator, by the light of the sun. Aemilia ad fenestram it. Aemilia goes to the window. Caelumque spectat, and she looks at the sky. Aemilia says, hora nona est, it's the ninth hour. So she just sees the sun, and she can tell basically the time of day it is. Sol altus in caelo est, the sun is high in the sky. Nec nubibus operitur, nor is it covered with clouds. Operio, this new verb for cover, we've seen it a whole lot in this chapter, so it's a really good one to know. Quintus says, Quando sol altissimus est, when is the sun highest? And Aemilia says, hora sexta vel meridie, at the sixth hour or at midday, at noon. So the sixth hour, remember if they're 12, so at the end of the sixth hour would be where noon or midday would come. Sed post meridiem, but after midday, aer calidior est quam ante meridiem. After midday, the air is warmer or hotter than before midday. And that is generally true. All other things being equal, usually your high temperatures are in the middle of the afternoon, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. Aemilia fenestram claudet. Aemilia closes the window. Iam satis obscurum est cubiculum. Now the room, the bedroom, is quite dim. It's quite obscure. Quintus says, O quam longa sunt horae, cum necesse est totum diem in lecto iacere. Oh, how long are the hours when it is necessary to lie in bed, iacere in lecto, for the whole day, totum diem. Aemilia says, Ver est, it is spring, dies atque horae longiore sunt, vere, quam hieme. The days and the hours are longer, longiores, in spring, vere, than in winter, hieme. Quintus says, Quando longissimi sunt dies, when are the days longest? And she answers, Mense junio, in the month June. Quintus says, Iamne mensis junius est? Is it the month of June now? And Aemilia says, Maius est, it is May. Hic dies est mensis Maii postremus. This day is the last, postremus, the last day of the month of May. So May 31st. Hoc anni tempore, on this time of the year, or at this time of the year, dies non tam calidi sunt, quam aestate, the days are not so hot as in the summer, et noctes frigidiore sunt, and the nights are colder. So Quintus asks, Qui mensis anni calidissimus est? Which month of the year is the hottest? And she replies, Julius, which of course means July, but it also means Julius, right? So Quintus asks, Cur ille mensis patris nomen habet? Why does that month have father's name? And she says, well, she laughs, ridet, and she answers, Mensis Julius nona patre tuo nomen habet? The month July doesn't have its name from your father. Non tantus vires ille. He is not so great a man. Said a Julio Caesare, but from Julius Caesar. Okay, so she's saying the month of July is named after Julius Caesar. Ante tempora Caesaris, before the times of Julius Caesar, e mensi erat, to that month there was the name Quintilus. So in July, before it was Julius, it used to be called Quintilus, which means fifth month, right? And she says that's a quinto numero, from the number fifth, non a nomine tuo, not from your name, because of course her son here is named Quintus. Yeah, it's a little bit funny, but Romans sometimes had numbered names like that. Quintus, Sextus, Septimus, Decimus are all some common Roman names. So then Quintus says, Esne Julius mensis Quintus? Is July the 5th month? Right? Because she just said it used to be called Quintilis, which sort of means 5th, right? Puer digitis numerare incipit. The boy begins to count with his fingers. Mensis primus Januarius, secundus Februarius, tertius Martius, quartus. So he's counting them out here. And then Amelia breaks him off and says, Antiquis temporibus, in ancient times, Martius non tertius, sed primus mensis erat. March, was not the 3rd, but the 1st month. Right? We mentioned that earlier. Tunc igitur quintilus, qui nunc Julius nomenatur. Therefore, then, Quintilis, which is now called July, mensis quintus erat, was the 5th month. So she's explaining it used to be 5th. It's not now, but it used to be. Non septimus, not the 7th month, ut nunc est, as it now is. Item mensi Augusto nomen erat sextilis. Likewise, for the month August, the name was sextilis, right? So the 6th month. Quia sextus erat, because it was the 6th. Nunc Augustus nomenatur, now it's called August, a Caesare Augusto, from Caesar Augustus. And we see him in the margin, right? So Julius Caesar, the famous Roman dictator, killed on the Ides of March, which is March 15th, right, in 44 BC. And then his young adopted son, Octavian, became the first emperor after that, and he was later ruling under the title Augustus, and that's where the name August comes from. So from July from Julius Caesar and August from Augustus Caesar, his adopted son, who was the first Roman emperor. Okay, so getting back to the story at line 138, sed hoc satis est, but this is enough. In other words, it's enough about that stuff. Iam necesse est te dormire. Now it's necessary for you to sleep. Mater enim, faciem filii aspicit, for the mother looks at her son's face, faciem filii, eumque oculos claudere videt, and she sees that he is closing his eyes. Aemilia purum dormire velle putat. Amelia thinks, putat, that her boy, or the boy, wants to sleep. Okay, velle is the infinitive from volo, that irregular verb that means to want. Not volo volare, which means to fly, but volo velle, to want. Quintus then says, sed dies est, but it is day. Sol lucet, the sun is shining. Nocte iube me dormire, at night order me to sleep. Cum sol in caelo non est, when the sun isn't in the sky. Ubi sol est nocte, cum hic non lucet. This is kind of weird, but he just in the middle of what he's saying, he says, where is the sun at night when it's not shining here? Okay, it's a little bit of a non sequitur. I guess he just happened to think about it. Amelia replies and says, cum hic nox est, when it's not here, sol lucet in aliis terris, the sun shines in other lands, procul ab Italia, far away from Italy, et ab urbe Roma, and away from the city Rome. Cum nox est illic, when it is night there, hic in Italia dies est, here in Italy it is daytime. So then Quintus says, ergo nunc in aliis terris, et urbibus nox est, atque homines dormiunt. Therefore now in other lands and cities it's night and people are sleeping. Hic dies est, here it's day. Nec tempus est dormire, nor is it time to sleep. Okay, so basically he's saying, Mom, I don't want to go to bed, right? So that ends up this story, this section, last section of the story. I hope you learned a few things about time words, months and days and hours and so on, and things like the equinoctium, the equinox, when the day and night are equal, and the solstice, which comes from the word sol, sun. Literally, solstice means where the sun stands still. The shortest day of the year is the winter solstice, and the longest day of the year is the summer solstice. All right. Valete omnes.